I'm not just a toy train. I'm a moving billboard.
Brighton to Brighton Railroad, another model trains. We advertise your service and everything you make. We are attracting people found in every place. Brighton to Brighton Railroad, your advertising space. Brighton to Brighton Railroad, your advertising space. Hello everyone, and today I'm going to introduce you a new name of our project, actually to our project series. Originally called Brighton to Brighton Atlantic Railroad, is just a kind of railroad which goes under the umbrella, which we are going to call Economy Railway or Economy Railway Group. And they're all the franchisees of Liberland Railway. Why we call our project Economy Railway? Just consider economy class in travel. When you travel airplane, some trains, some buses even, and some hotels. What do you call economy? Just reasonable condition for reasonable price. Just the best price. You can fly from point A to point B. Just what you need for a flight. Unlike business class, unlike first class, most of you consider economy class, which is the same core experience for a reasonable cost. The same fashion, I would like to introduce you this philosophy for your business-to-business advertising railway projects. And what is the philosophy of economy rail? The guiding principle is just to spend wisely, avoid waste of money, avoid waste of time. Don't spend million when you can spend cents. Let me give an example. First of all, you would like to brand all your vehicles, like I brand all my vehicles from Brighton to Brighton Railway. If you hire professionals to brand any vehicle, it will cost you every dollar at least. If you apply do-it-yourself method, everything can fit in $1. For example, I tried two technologies. One is a vinyl sticker. You order a pack of vinyl covered paper on Amazon, where one sheet of paper goes for $1, strictly speaking, maybe even less. You can also consider decal paper, but here you must be able to make decals. It will also require you to have a hair dryer to dry all the stuff and sealant spray, ventilation conditions in your apartment, and some safety sink, because you are going to use hot instrument. If you have good hands, you can do it like this. There's a lot of options to consider to save money. Saving money isn't something like being cheap. Of course, you can do it out of paper, out of school paper. But if you have good layout, scheme, you can print it and you can cut it if you can do it. You can do it sloppy. What would I not recommend you? Do it in high qualities for a better price. That's what my philosophy of economy railway, economy model railway, well, still uncertain with the name, but we are certain with the philosophy. Avoid unnecessary expenses. Remember, greedy one pays twice the price. Our key concept is reasonable build, sustainability, and reasonable expenses. Advertising. As I told you before, our trains are moving billboards. At one hand, you can buy existing trains with advertisements like my friend Dennis do on his Liberland Railway. He buys its all originals. You would go to his channel and look. I prefer the other method. For example, as I'm riding this bus, I saw just a sign for Bagel Boy, for example. I align my camera as straight as possible parallel to the sign. Especially if you ride a bus goes straight and you put camera just next to window, just push it to the window glass and click. Then you come home, you Photoshop and print it on vinyl sticker to apply to a train car. You can take picture from Amazon, whatever you see. You can do anything to advertise on your railroad. This is very realistic model of integration in community businesses, and this is very easy way to replicate for multiple cars. To be honest, I used to have pop-up models of different kinds of railways, and they're really cheap, but now seems like they're discontinued in United States. That's why I have to switch to industry standard railroad, model railroad, and I started to buy boxcars for $20 each. One boat decorated for circus, as you see. I use it on special occasion, and other decorated as New York Central Railway is an excellent place for the advertisement. You just print sticker, you just cut it out, stick it to the car, and voila! Consider this option. So if you want to be a franchisee of Liberland Railways and go under Economy Railway Group, I highly advise you, do everything possible what you can do by hand, by 3D printer, by anything. Just do not spend millions where you can spend cents. Build it from paper as much as possible. Use paper sticker, use simple craft methods, school supplies, whatever you see. This idea came to me just when I rode the bus. To my friend, who lives much closer to Brighton Beach area than I do. And now we're crossing Coney Island Avenue, looking south toward Brighton Beach. You don't see any streetcar or trolley or tram tracks. They're all gone. But what makes Coney Island Avenue famous? That here those tracks gone the last. It was the last line with streetcar tracks in South Brooklyn area. Here you can see beautiful little park next to Coney Island Hospital entrance. Actually, it's no longer Coney Island Hospital. It's called South Brooklyn Health. And guess what was before on this park? There was a shabby psychiatric facility of this hospital once stood. Year ago. From the same bus, I saw how is it turned down gradually. And now urban transformation is a metaphor for building something better. Everyday streets and architecture can inspire your model layout, And now we arrived almost to the place where my friend lived. I decided to walk around his house since I have some time. And here I just remember that I have a friend who now lives in Philadelphia. And anytime he comes in my area, he looks on tenements, because you know what? They're not common in Philadelphia suburb. But before, he lived in many places like Texas, like Colorado. In Colorado, he did not see any tenements like we have in Brooklyn, maybe one or two. Because it's not New York. I guess if you are building Brighton to Brighton Railway, if you would like to replicate my project, you definitely need. And there is also another consideration. Maybe you don't need to build a model, physical model. If you are good in 3D Max 3D modeling, if you are good in simulator, do it in simulator, why not? Just to make the same impression. There is a lot of options to consider. There is a lot of alternatives to compare. But just remember the key concept. And if you wanna go under our condition as franchisee, remember the previous video, which tells everything about Brighton to Brighton Railway, how it works and what does it do. And still consider these options. If you wanna be a part of economy model railway group, never waste money. Try to do everything for a reasonable price. You don't need to buy expensive models. Try to do it yourself. You don't need to pay big amounts for decoration, for branding. Try to do it yourself, if you can. If building a model railway is hard for you, or you have no space, try to build it in simulator. Of course, there will be controversial question as, can I do it with AI? Can I just draw? Can I just use someone's or my video? From top of my head, I can say neither yes nor no. Or honestly, rather no than yes. AI can do as much as human brain, and someone's video is just someone's video. It's very hard to stick an advertisement on someone's car shown on video, a lot of work. So, as the best alternative for model railway, I consider the simulator, like trains, like rail simulator, like Microsoft Rail simulator which is still around, BVE, Open Rail, you name it. So anyway, if you want to be a part of economy railway model group, just follow our rules, and I wish you to be successful in everything. Truly yours, Gregory, from Brighton to Brighton Railway.
I am not just a toy train, I am a moving billboard.